What's going on, guys? Roger here, TVO Tactical. In today's video, we are back out on the range with the PSA Krink, but with a few upgrades. So let's jump into this and show you guys what we've done. So guys, I actually did a fun night shoot a couple weeks back, and I already shot this thing, but I do still want to get some first rounds on camera for you guys. Landon didn't get to shoot the original video we did, so now he's shooting the Krink in this super, cool setup. We have it done now, suppressed up with the mount of the optic further back. So I'm gonna let him do the first rounds on camera and see what you think, man. Some SuperVel 55 grain, go for it.
Yep, all the way, yep. I'm a big AK guy, and I've been saying it for a long time. US built AKs are just properly gassed out of the factory. So even with the suppressor, no gas in my face. Even when I kind of sped up on that cadence, and ALG trigger, can't complain. Its RS Regulate rail is the perfect height for this gun. I mean, I know you don't build on AKs all the time, but you crushed it. This is what a lot of
My first AK build, Landon approved?
Everybody approved. Yeah, this thing's dope, man. I can't wait for the rest of the review.
So guys, here's a quick breakdown on the upgrades that we've done since the initial video with the PSA Krink. I wanted to suppress this thing, so I reached out to Landon. He's the gunsmith over Ventura Munitions, and he recommended this adapter. Go ahead and break it down for him, Landon.
So this comes from a company called JMac Customs. They're one of the few companies making a 24mm suppressor option. So this is a 360 break with a key mount collar, so I can run.
Yeah, so I picked up the Dead Air Chemo adapter, which threads into the back of my YHM Turbo K can. This muzzle device is actually the same company that makes the rail here.
Correct.
JMac Customs. So
MMS.
with the Chemo adapter, you can index, find your index reference point here. It'll drop down, and then you just lock it on. Boom. That's good to go. Obviously, you want to use a concentric rod. Make sure it's going to be all lined up. You don't want to get any baffle strikes. In addition to that, with this front rail here from JMac Customs on the PSA Krink that I got with the rail, I threw on an HRT AWS weapon light. It's a collab between them and Valhalla Tactical. It uses the OTA switch, which is the omnidirectional activation switch. I can push this thing any which way I want, kind of like a thumbstick on a controller for your Xbox, and the light just works. Lastly, we were able to reach out to the team over at RS Regulate. And they were able to send over their mount adapter for a micro T1 footprint that's going to let us run the optic to the rear now, so I don't have to run it so far up here. And it actually is so low that it'll actually co-witness with the irons on the PSA Krink. So I wanted to suppress this thing set up. I like little short platforms that are chambered in 5.56 223 that I can suppress, and why let the AK be any different?
That's what I'm saying.
Back here at 50 now, guys, and we're going to shoot a grouping for you on a 6-inch shoot and see target. We dialed in the optic at 50 using this RS Regulate mount. The team over there was awesome and sent this out to us. It does a really good job at placing your optic to the rear so you can get it closer to your eye, and then it's nice and low so it co-witnesses with the irons. But we did zero at 50, and we got a decent grouping there. In our first video, the Krink wasn't grouping as great as other 223 5.56 platforms, but it did better than I thought it was going to do. So I'm going to be happy if we get all 6 rounds on the 6-inch circle. Here we go. All right, let's go take a look. Down here at the target, guys, and I'm very happy with the results. We first walked down and we're like, oh man, we got a flyer somewhere out here. Went back and looked at the iPhone footage, and this was actually a double, which is awesome. I think it was my 3rd and 4th round went through the same exact hole. Super happy to see that. So measuring it out, it looks like the furthest group is going to be there. So center to center is 3 inches. So I think it's an 8-inch barrel, maybe 8.5. Let's say 8.5. I have to look it up. Somebody hop on the PSA website and look for sure. But with an 8.5-inch Krink AK chambered in 223, getting a 3-inch group suppressed. I'm very happy with that. We're gonna go and shoot some standing shots on this mini ADAP steel target, which is only 8 inches wide as well, just to simulate, you know, having to engage something at that distance. But, you know, this for that PSA Krink, I'm pumped on that.
More than capable, in my opinion. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
All right, back again at 50, guys. Now that the wind is picked up, of course, we're going to shoot some standing shots at 50. But I want to shoot this mini ADAP target, 8 inches wide, 16 inches tall. The other thing I want to show you guys, I went with some Arsenal 10 mags. What's cool about these, clear, they're little shorty 20 rounders. And what makes it nice is when you fold this thing all up, super nice and compact as, you know, a backpack gun. So, boom, like that. Suppressed, it's super short still. And if you had to, vehicle or whatever, you could shoot in this configuration, but obviously you're gonna want the brace or SBR into a stock. He really wants me to put, you know, longer length of pull stock on this thing. But yeah, let's see how we do. You want to zoom in on the target? Can you pick it up?
Yep.
All right, here we go. I'm done. 3 for 3. Landon, go for it, dog.
Come on,
3 for 3.
man.
We're playing horse. All right, dude.
Just like that, with an AK,
Dude,
it can't
call
be
it. We're done.
Yeah.
Guys, so, you know, when we first got this, like, I was, you know, I think, you know, what, like, home defense, stuff that's not going to be a distance. Hitting that tiny target at 50 yards makes me very happy about this purchase and more than capable. Now that we got it suppressed and dialed in the way I like, I got everything I want. I got an optic, I got a co-witness with the irons, I got a weapon light, and I got it suppressed. Yeah, I mean, there's a few gripes that I have. It is a little warm. It's also 100 plus degrees outside, and we're shooting it suppressed, but dude, I'm pumped. Like, he's been really wanting, him and Marco have been like, hey, get on this AK train. When I saw the Krinks come out, I definitely want to jump on that bandwagon, and now that I'm here, this is the setup I'm liking.
You knocked out the park, yeah. It's got everything you'd want on an AK, and everything worked out down to the suppression of it, and it gets it done. You know what I mean? 50 yards for not a PDW like that other gun we were just testing out, but a bag gun, absolutely.
Of course, we're going to do some Krink build drills here. 10 yards out, let's see how we do. Hopefully we get all alpha. Stand by. I think I got 3 Charlie on that. Got a 159 though. Best split looks like it was a 14. And 3 alpha with a line breaker and 3 Charlie. So I'm shooting low and right. I'll adjust and go again. Stand by. Let's go take a look. Got a 168. Best split was a 15. Looks like all alpha with line breakers and then 1 Charlie line breaker. Let's go one more time. Whoo, that felt really good. That was a 149. So 6 rounds, 149. Best split was a 15. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, Landon, give it a whirl. You gotta beat 149, bud. Here we go. Stand by. Five rounds and a point. Dude, hold on though. You only did 5, but that's a .99.
0.99. If I could count, that would have been pretty fast. What was the first shot on that?
First shot was a 4.4.
I'm not gonna follow that up with another faster shot than that, but I'm gonna get a clean run this time.
Real quick, Landon, explain the glove, buddy.
Oh, you noticed that? Yeah, this gun, we're about 200 rounds in. It is hot in the desert, but this thing right here is getting a little uncomfortable to hold on to, so we're gonna do the Michael Jackson for now. Try to focus on this build drill.
All right, here we go. Stand by. .155. You got a 10 split in there though, dude. First shot was a 7.8.
76 rounds though?
6 rounds. You got it.
We're learning to count. This round, we're gonna go for a little bit more speed.
All right, here we go. Stand by. Woo! I heard 7.
that was definitely more than 6.
It was a 143 still, 7 rounds. You got 2 10 splits in there. Let's go one more.
Cracking it.
All right, last run, stand by. Got a 177, best split of 0.12. First shot, 9.9 though.
With the burst fire.
Hey, let's go look. All right, Landon, down here at the target, 18 rounds total. Well, actually 19 because you did that 7 on the one. So 3 different bill drills. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Charlies, 1 Delta. So that means that you had out of 19, 12 rounds in the Alpha. I mean,
I threw a couple wide, and honestly, I'm just going for speed. Like, to be honest, to the internet, like, yeah, I bring the dot up to the A, but as soon as I see that dot hit the A, I am just trying to rip this gun as fast as possible because it can go fast. This gun's got some speed on it, man. Last time I'm going to bring up, I promise, I do want something a little more rigid on the back end for more control, but for the purpose it's intended for, which is a bag gun, I totally get it, and it can get it done.
nice. Guys, we are just over 400 rounds through this upgraded Krink that we have here from Palmetto State Armory, and we have been shooting the 223 from SuperVel. It's their 55 grain certified select, so it's their remanufactured ammo. And if you're not familiar with SuperVel, guys, they are a local ammunition company here in Las Vegas, and they are pumping out numbers, guys. I'm talking over 200,000 rounds of 9mm daily. That's their bread and butter. The 115, the 124, their signature Hush Puppy subsonic 147 grain. We use that in our suppressed setups. Our buddy Marco runs their 100 grain PCC Blitz in his matches because that stuff has some gnarly velocity. And as you guys see here, they make a selection of remanufactured and factory new 223-556. Now, guys, as a little bonus footage, Landon is actually going to meet Marco after this range session at Pro Gun Club for
Wolverine Wednesdays. It's a local AK shoot. Not a whole lot of rules going on, but it's just a good burner for everybody to come out and have fun.
So I believe 2 stages, all AK. Doesn't matter what caliber, right? You can shoot AKVs, you can shoot 223 AKs, 7.62, whatever.
Yep, all in the same playing field. It's just, like I said, a good time to come out and test your kit and test you, you know?
So if you're local, definitely check out those events, but at the same time, he's gonna take this with our Insta360 camera, and they're gonna record some of the iPhone and get you guys some bonus footage of them running some stages in competition with this setup. All right, guys, we are finishing up here on the range. Want to break down our final thoughts on the upgrades we've done to this PSA Krink. Second round, second range trip with it, and we're at what? We did about 400 rounds today. We did some zeroing stuff. We did some first initial rounds, some bill drills. The bill drills were fun. I did like them. And then I had him do some footage running the trigger as fast as he could. Definitely happy with the grouping that we were able to get.
Solid
Those 2 rounds in the same hole were awesome to see. So that makes me very confident in this gun. Both of us standing at 50, hitting that 8-inch target.
More than capable.
3 out of 3. Take that all day long. Happy about that. Wasn't going to push my luck and go further than 3. Malfunctions, though, I know you guys are going to ask. Only malfunctions we got were when we were using these Circle 10 mags.
Yep, Circle 10.
I call them Arsenal 10 mags. They're not Arsenal. They're imported by Arsenal,
Correct.
but they're Circle 10 mags. They're the only ones that I could find that were 20 round shorties in 223 for an AK. Unfortunately, it looks like the follower of the spring doesn't have enough tension. It's not getting the round up high enough, and it ends up causing a malfunction where the bullet casing is actually getting pushed back into the shell, or the bullet's actually getting put back in the shell casing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Unfortunate, because I really wanted this to work for that, making it a nice short compact platform, but mag compatibility is a thing. So look at the first video we did. We tried every variant of AK 223 mags and they work just fine.
Even Pro Mags, and this thing still fed reliably out of a Pro Mag. Those have been 50-50 for me, but dude, honestly, 2024 is a year of 5.56 AKs, like for everybody, competition wise, fun, tactical. So hopefully somebody else does 20 round mag.
Yeah.
Hopefully do their homework, like AC Unity. Please get that done. We're looking for that, and maybe something like a 45 rounder.
Will Hutch, my buddy over at Magpul. Hope you're watching this, dog.
Make it happen.
20 round Magpul AK mags.
Please.
Make it a thing. One thing I am really cool, happy to see, I was like the RS Regulate mount. I'm new to the AK world. It is funny because my first gun is an AK. We'll get that here on the channel. I bought a Romanian Wasp we talked about. But him and Marco both were like, hey man, get the RS Regulate mount, put the mount, the optic back further. I was a little skeptical with how it mounts, and it's kind of like just hovering above this dust cover.
Correct.
But man, it was great. It's super low, lets you get a nice cheek weld, and having that co-witness through is super nice. So
doesn't always work out that way, but with this mount, it's possible. It's a modular optic system. Even some side mounts, they're one piece. You're not going to guarantee be dead center of your rifle. I've seen that so many times, but RS Regulate, he has these bolt systems here to drift the optic left or right, so you don't run out of adjustment when you're zeroing, and aesthetically it can be dead center.
Yeah.
And it's light.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like what he's talking about here, it kind of makes you think about stack tolerances because you got one mount mounting on the side, then another mount mounting onto that. But with his system and how like dead locked in it is, because you can go further and you can stake it. I didn't, just in case I wanted to move it around after our range sessions.
Yeah.
But man, the thing is holding up solid, and we got a very, very nice grouping in my opinion. But overall, this is how I would want to set up an AK. I think that you guys, if you're looking at the Krink, take a look at this way to go. Like right now, as far as I know, the only muzzle device that'll work to get it suppressed this way and have enough thread engagement is the one from JMac Customs. But other than that, if you have any questions, leave them down below in the comment section for us. We appreciate it. Big shout out to RS Regulate. We appreciate you guys sending out this mount. It was a game changer with having the optic closer to the face. And yeah, we appreciate you guys watching. As always, you know, subscribe, like, do all that awesome stuff for us, and we'll see you in the next one.
Hey guys, I'm Marco Cavahug here with Landon. We're here with QVO. We're gonna use the Krink a little pro gun Wolverine event. We do it once a month here. We'll see how this bad boy runs.
Let's get it done. Shoot, can load, make ready. Are you ready?
Yep.
Stand by. Load. Yeah, and that's your course winner. 2789.
Yep. Hammer down. Right there, right? 25-34. Puts him in second.
I got you.
Got